Good evening, everyone. I'll be presenting a case of meniscus root repair with the root fix anchor. So basically, the root tears are comprises of 4.3% of all the arthroscopic surgeries. The posterior medial and posterolateral root tears are accounting for majority of 52 and 41% of all meniscus tears. So there is subchondral edema, which is an indirect expression of a dysfunctional meniscus and is often seen when a root tear is present. So, if there is a root tear, that will eventually lead to a unicondylar arthritis. So there is a natural history of how in 12 months a root tear leads to, like you can see, a fairly stable normal joint, and here you can see at the end of 12 months she is having medial condylar arthritis and eventually underwent a unicondylar knee arthroplasty. So patient treated without root repair with either conservative treatment and subtotal meniscectomy, which is generally done, have a 30 to 35% risk of 5-year conversion to total knee replacement. So how it progresses. So if the root tear happens, then there is extrusion, then there is a loss of shock absorbers and root stresses and increased tibiofemoral contact, and that leads to arthritis. So, like, how to prevent this if there is a root tear? So arthritis in knee is an irreversible phenomenon, but arthroscopic surgeries are used to be unable to stop progression of arthritis. Partial total meniscectomy is known to cause arthritis, and root tears are recently advocated as a major causative factor for knee arthritis. So what basically is a root tear? A root tear is defined as an avulsion of the meniscus root from the attachment point or a radial root tear within 1 centimeter from the root attachment. There are 5 types of meniscus root tear. So this is the lateral meniscus root and this is a medial meniscus root. So classification, the Parde classification is there. So this is type 1, where is a partial root tear. This is type 2. Type 2 is divided into 3 parts, type 1, A, B and C. A is from 0 to 3 mm and B is 3 to 6 mm and C is the distance from the attachment, and 6 to 9 mm. Type 3 is the complete root tear along with the bucket handle. Type 4 is oblique root tear, and type 5 is a root avulsion fracture. So the MRI images, so here you can see there is a root tear which shows a ghost sign, and this is the medial meniscus extrusion. You can see the medial meniscus shifted more medially. So there is subchondral edema also. This here, and also there is the MRI features the start of the osteoarthritis. There is truncation signs, like in here the medial meniscus, which is abruptly stopped or truncated. There are 2 scenarios in practice, like traumatic injury to the meniscus root or degenerative root tear. Sound lesion is actually a root tear only. So what are the risk factors? The varus alignment, if there is high BMI, obese patient, history, sudden onset posterior knee pain and the popping sensation. Physical examination is the joint line tenderness. MRI imaging is if there is medial meniscus root extrusion of more than 3 mm. High signal intensity at root and ghost sign which is present. So this is basically a meniscus root anatomy. MARA is medial anterior root avulsion. So indication for this is patient younger than 65 years of age, symmetrical alignment of the lower extremities, which is less than 3 degrees of varus, mild progression of arthritis, and mild subluxation of the meniscus. So we just use a transtibial tunnel pull-out technique or a suture anchor repair, which was conventional. Conventional technique uses posteromedial portal and difficult to perform. So this is a case presentation. Meniscus realignment in meniscal root tear with extrusion to delay the progression of osteoarthritis. So there's a 40-year-old female. She has a 2 years history of pain that increases on squatting and climbing on stairs. The intensity of pain has increased from the last 2 months and has affected her daily activities. There is a posteromedial joint line tenderness. There is no fixed flexion deformity, no caudal plate deformity, and the deep full flexion is painful. So as you can see, there is the medial root. It's extruded out more than 3 mm, and also a presence of both sides. So what all options are present? Like there is conservative option, which we can there is injection, arthroscopic debridement like arthroscopic resection, arthroscopic transtibial root repair, HTO, and unicondylar knee replacement. So what are the advantages of root fixation? Root fix, low profile fixation. The sutures which we use is a zero sutures, so it's a low profile sutures. There is no metallic implants. It is addressing the core pathology of the how the arthritis or unicondylar knee arthritis is presenting, and its concept is to make the meniscus functional from a non-functional extrusion. So all sutures are innovative implants developed in India. Fixation of implant at the root attachment and less working length and less achievement. So this is a root here. This is a root.
So this is from the starting. So what we are seeing here is a starting of osteoarthritis. What you can see here is the anteromedial condyle defect on the tibia. This is the anteromedial condyle defect on the tibia, and now and there is a root tear along with meniscus extrusion. So what we want to do here is we want to reduce the meniscus into a functional position. So this is a high accessory anteromedial portal which is used to put the anchors for the extrusion. So here, because it is an advanced case, relatively advanced case, now this particular anchor that you see is what we call is an X-fix anchor. This is an anchor which is developed for extrusion repair. This is an all suture anchor. So we drill the first anchor, and the first anchor is approximately at the same place where the condyle lesion is on the anteromedial aspect of the tibia. So this is the first anchor. So this anchor, when we put it, you can just check the strength of the anchor by pulling the threads, and after that we will be using our suture passing devices to pass the suture sequentially through the meniscus from there. So this is the first pass, and we will be passing one by one sutures from there. So this is the first suture that we take, and initially we can take 2 sutures, then we take 1 suture, and these are mattress sutures. So we are taking all 4 sutures inside. So we are taking all 4 sutures inside, one by one. Okay. So when we are taking these sutures one by one, okay. So this is the first suture, and with the first suture we have passed all the 4 sutures. Now we implanted the second anchor. The second anchor is little bit anterior, and again with the second anchor we will pass all 4 sutures. So we will pass initial 4 sutures and then again 4 sutures. So these 2 anchors are for the extrusion, and then we will tie it. So when we tie it, the meniscus will be, the extruded meniscus will be little bit reduced on the medial side, and when we tie all of them, you will see that the exposed area of the cartilage which was there initially will be covered with the meniscus. So what happens is, because of the meniscus extrusion, the meniscus falls apart and the bone touches bone. That is the basically pathology of this arthritis. So when we tie these sutures, the meniscus little bit converges in or is pushed inside the joint. So these are the 2 anchors which we have put for the extrusion. Okay. So once we are done with this, at this point of time we can see that the meniscus is now better closed. Now we will focus our attention on the root. Now here you can see there is a root tear. So in the pathology of arthritis, the root tear happens and it causes extrusion. So we have addressed the extrusion. Now we are addressing the root. and we are passing this drill, and this drill is basically this anchor is basically a retrograde anchor. So we drill it with a 2.3 mm beak pin, and from that retrogradely we will pass the suture. So we will be using a metal crossfire suture. This is a crossfire suture that is passed, and from that we'll pass a loop-in suture, and over that we'll pass the root fix anchor. So this is the first wire. Over that a loop is attached, and it is pulled up into the joint like this, and this is the root fix anchor into the picture. So this is the root fix anchor. When you just have to pull it little bit. So as soon as you pull it little bit, it will lock into the subchondral bone. So once it is locked into the subchondral bone, it's locked. So once it goes into subchondral bone, it is locked there, and from there we will pass sutures one by one. So here it's your choice. You can pass 3 or 4 sutures, whatever you decide, sequentially. So here we are passing sutures sequentially one by one. You can take either 3 or 4 sutures. So you can do either a mattress repair, or you can do a Mason Allen kind of a repair. Here we have decided to do a Mason Allen repair. So this is the first suture, is a simple suture. You tie it. Okay, this is the first suture, and then we will tie the second suture. Second suture is in the mattress fashion. This is the second suture. This is in the mattress fashion. So this way we repaired the root into its position. So basically the whole concept is to bring the meniscus into a more functional position as compared to a more extruded position. So this we have put the third anchor. Still we feel that there is little bit of extrusion on the posterior middle aspect. Okay. So in the end, what we did was, so this is the third anchor we put, the root fix anchor, and it fixed the root. So still there is on posterior middle aspect there is a little bit of extrusion more. So we put the fourth anchor. The fourth anchor is again a root fix anchor. So a root fix anchor back into its position. Again the same steps are repeated. The crosswire suture is passed, over it the loop-in suture is passed, and over it the root fix anchor is passed. So this is the root fix anchor that you can see. This is the root fix anchor. It is pushed in again. It goes in and it locks into the joint, into the subchondral bone. So you pull it a little bit. As soon as you pull it, it will lock, and then you use your devices like knee scorpion to pass it sequentially one by one. So you pass it one by one. Again, in this particular scenario, you have to pass all the 4 because you want a mattress repair here. So it's because it is almost in the mid portion of the meniscus, and all the 4 sutures are passed and they are tied sequentially. So when you tie them, almost whole of the meniscus actually comes back in to the joint. So this way, this procedure we have named as a realignment, meniscus realignment procedure. It is done with the root fix anchor and X fix anchor. So in this particular case, these are 4 all suture anchors which are used, and then in the end, when there is a defect on the MFC, which is leading to the Sonk lesion that we discussed, so we just put small microfracture over there to increase the vascularity over there and development of related to microfracture, fibrocartilage. That's it.
Type 2B and 2C root tears can be repaired with side-to-side sutures, like they are back patterns. Now, pre-operatively we have seen like this was the pre-operative picture, and this is the post-op picture. Like the meniscus has been pulled back inside, and also pre-operatively there was the extrusion of the meniscus was there, and post-operatively we can see that the extruded meniscus has been retrieved inside. The retresion is around 2 to 3 cm, 1.5 to 2.5 mm. Same thing. This is the dose. So the post-op appearance is, this is the root fix anchor which we have retrograde, past retrograde, and this is the X fix anchor which we have used for